Good morning. It is the second to last day of walking. I have under 50 kilometers to Santiago, and I feel pretty good about the whole Camino, I think. You know, it's had some challenges and it's had some amazing moments. It has been very quiet, full of solitude. And, you know, in some ways I miss connecting more with other pilgrims, but I also think this was a kind of special experience, and I love walking alone and the solitude, and I'll do other Caminos in the future which have more pilgrims, but for now this was a pretty good one. So there were a lot of pilgrims in the albergue last night. I don't know how many, but there were 2 bunk rooms, and mine was pretty full, not completely full, but we might have had 10 people, maybe more. So there's several people biking, people walking. So there are more pilgrims than I've seen this whole time. But for being in August and within 50 kilometers of Santiago, it's a very nice bridge we're passing. Anyway, this is, I think, a really great way if you want to get a Compostela and just kind of walk the last 100 kilometers, starting from Orense. I think could be a really nice option, especially if you don't want to have to deal with the crowds and hordes of people. So I think most pilgrims got an earlier start than I did this morning. I wanted to stop by the bar to get some coffee, and the bar didn't open till 7. But it's even nicer that I feel like, again, I have this path all to myself. This looks so promising. It's exactly what I want, a cold drink and a snack. I hope it's just like a little place to sit and some vending machines, because that would be perfect. I mean, it's, you know, a little run down, but it'll do. Looks like there's a chair. Oh, let's see. Cold drinks, as promised, coffee, and some snacks. All right, let's see.
So this ended up being a tough day of walking for me. I didn't talk about it or capture it as I walked, but I think I probably had a mild case of food poisoning the night before. I hadn't slept well at all, and my stomach was still a little upset, and I just couldn't eat much throughout the day. So my energy was low, and by the end of the stage, I had to drag myself through the kilometers to make it to the albergue. At one point, I was pretty close to calling a taxi, but I think the saving grace was meeting up with the Italian pilgrim, Laura, and walking with her for the last 4 kilometers. She was having a hard day too, and we encouraged each other for the last hour of the day's walk, cheering as the albergue came into sight.
So I just arrived in town. This was a tough day, partly because I wasn't feeling well, not super great, but I walked in with Laura, an Italian pilgrim I met a few days ago, and then a friend of hers, another pilgrim from Poland. And we got to the albergue, and they said they only had 2 bunks in the albergue left. I don't know where all these pilgrims came from, but I guess it makes sense. We're 20 kilometers from Santiago. But she said, oh, but I have a private room, only 25 euros. I jumped at the chance to take this, especially because I didn't sleep super well last night, and my stomach has been a little off today. I don't know if it's food poisoning, but just hasn't felt so great. So it's so nice to have my own room and my own bathroom. Let's check it out. I don't know where the light is. Oh, it looks so nice. Okay, just what I needed.